When you was decided to go out of high school, did you think about college? Like, was it a college that you was gonna go to? And
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough for me because I went through a whole process of thinking it through, trying to think it through as clearly as I could, right? And like, my two top schools were Duke and North Carolina, and then trying to figure out, well, why? And Coach K, had a reputation for letting guys play. At the time, Grant Hill was the player that was there, and he used to spread the floor. He ran screen rolls. I mean, he's kind of ahead of its time in how he was running the game with Duke with a spread offense, and saying he wanted to do the same thing with me. And then on the flip side of that, it was Carolina, and Dean Smith didn't do that. He did the opposite. Yeah. He had a system, he had a structure, but his players came out fundamentally sound and ready for NBA basketball, right? So those were the two teams, and Dean Smith stopped recruiting me. He sent me a letter and said, listen, everybody I talk to seems to think you're going to go pro. I don't want to waste your time. Best of luck. Right. If you change your mind, just know this could be a home for you.
They told you was going to be a lottery pick? Or you just didn't know?
Wasn't really sure because I was the guard to come out of high school hadn't been done before, you know what I mean?
Right,
so it was
exactly.
like guards can't do that sort of thing. So
That's
it was kind of up in the
wondering.
air. Yeah, it was up in the air.
Talk about the difference of like when you came in straight out of high school, you went into a league and your team, grown men, people got kids, families, and all of that, as opposed to now, these guys come in 19, whatever. They got plenty of guys in their age group. Everybody around them is the same age. Like, talk about how different and how difficult that was for you coming in literally at 18 in a real grown man. Like, everybody say when you get to the NBA, you're in a grown man's league. But right now, it's more of a young man's league than like when you came in, it was a true grown man.
Yeah, well, now it's like college, just that you don't go to class.
Right,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
High level of college.
Yeah, back then it was true grown men, and I think there was positives and negatives to that. Like the negatives, I didn't relate to any of them.
Right.
And there are certain things that they could do as a team that I couldn't do.
Yeah.
You go out to a certain club as a team. You go out to a bar as a team. I can't go. Like I legally can't go.
Sound like us.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it was hard, and I think that actually I had nothing to do. So what am I going to do? I'm going to play basketball. I'm going to study basketball. Yeah. So I think that's where, now that I think about it, some of my behavior originated from. And so I got into that habit. So even when I became, legal, I still wasn't going and hanging out with the team because I was so conditioned to focus on one thing and one thing only.
So speaking on that, I've talked to my boys and everybody about this. I played in LA for 4 years. I've never seen you anywhere other than the Staples Center. Yeah. Like literally, like I don't know how you do it, how it happens. I'm like, and I've asked some of my team, like, yo, you ever see? Like, nah, I ain't never. How? Like you the Black Bruce Wayne, you take helicopters to the joint.
You just appeared.
Like how did that happen?
Well, I was obsessive, bro. I was really obsessive about this game, and like to me, everything was competitive advantage as well. I didn't want to be around guys that see me out and know when I'm not working. I don't want that. Yeah. And I was really about that life. Like I was going at it, and then to know what I'm doing now, I had to prepare for that early. So like at 20, I started thinking about, I got to think about what comes at the end.
Right.
All right, writing. I didn't know it was going to be films and novels and all that sort of stuff, but I knew it was going to be something around writing. So I had to practice that. So when I wasn't playing basketball, spending time with my wife and family, I was writing.
Yeah.
So I didn't have time to be going out and doing all that sort of stuff. Not to say I didn't do it, but
right.
At one point, you was writing raps too.
I was, and that actually helped me a lot. Because it helped me with similes, metaphors, with the creative writing aspect of it, and being able to say things in a condensed format.
Yeah.
How can you say a lot in one bar? Right?
Yeah.
How can you minimize the arc of what you're trying to tell? It helped me a lot.